again? Is it over? I mean, we'll see. What do you guys think? How are you guys doing today?
We're good. We're
You
good. How you
didn't
doing, Bren?
you didn't copy
Everything
that
is
link, did you,
down.
Brent?
Oh, not yet. Did you
Okay, good.
did you just give it to me right now? Let me see.
No, it's the wrong one. Give me a
Oh,
second.
yeah. Just send it ASAP so I can post it in the channel. But yeah, hope everybody's having a good day today for Loco. How you doing, brother?
What's up, boys? Happy Tuesday. It's a weird one, huh? It started very well, and then we just got some interesting news. I guess the market on the macro side of things is a little bit more bearish. But hey, we'll resume the pump soon, so
What
no
Can
need
you tell us?
to be
what
Can you
was
afraid.
tell
the
us why?
macro news? What was the macro news
Yeah.
you're
Can
referring
you
to?
tell us?
Well, it was not really that. I think there's some fears that the economy is kind of like weakening, but we have this every year, right? So, on the other hand, you had the CES conference yesterday with Nvidia, super
Hmm.
bullish, right? So you have maybe it's just a local local flash because there was a lot of open positions in the market and it was kind of like heated a little bit, but at the same time, even the stock market is pushing back a little bit. So there's payroll data on Friday and a bunch of other things that we're looking forward, and perhaps that's why the market's taking a step back here. But nothing to be worried about, in my opinion.
Yeah,
It's
no,
just,
I didn't see that. I need to read into it. I think some people were blaming. I'm going to share my screen too here. A lot of people were blaming the news
yeah.
about the virus and stuff for it as well. But I think during these corrections, just simple things can just be used as an excuse for stuff to come down. We'll go over charts here in a second, but what we're seeing today doesn't change anything about my thesis that again this is a correction. Pretty obviously on the charts, no, like for Loco said, nothing glaring right now. Black Swan wise, obviously Black Swans come out of nowhere, but economically that should stop things. Again, anything can change it in a minute, but chart wise, which we'll go over in a second, everything is looking good for a move up. Probably in the next few weeks, but um, we're definitely looking at the chat here. We have a new setup over the last few weeks where the chat is gonna, your guys' comments in the chat will show up on the screen. So definitely want to make these streams as interactive as possible. So as we go through things, I'll definitely be looking at the chat, answering you guys' questions, comments, chart requests when we're ready for that. But yeah, hope everybody's having a great day. It's great to have like a little bit of a contrast between streams on super bullish days to stuff like times like this. Good to remind yourself certain things which we'll go over. But what we usually do to start out this show, just for you guys know, if you guys are new to the show, maybe you just saw the post I made in the channel or in the Bossman channel, or you're following us on Twitter. We do these streams twice a week, Tuesday 1 p.m. PST, like today, and then Friday 10 a.m. PST. We go over everything that's happening in Web3, crypto. Sorry, the majors, memes, NFTs, prediction markets, everything in between. So usually what we do to start the show is we have our buddy Rhodes here, our boy Rhodes here, do a little bit of a review of the last few days since we had the last stream. So you want to go ahead and take over, Rhodes?
The markets are down so bad that I've been downgraded to buddy. Yeah. So
Sorry.
the markets are reminding us that we have to be very aware of leverage longing through this period of time right now because quite honestly the volatility is there and it's probably going to hold for a period of time yet. So just kind of keep that in mind. Even though we get this 100K and it looks like we're on our way and we're talking about we hitting all-time highs again, and then suddenly there's this like complete flush out, really seemingly out of nowhere. So it's great insights there for Loco to kind of highlight what this is, and like I said, cascading liquidity flushes, generally speaking, the most likely culprit. ETFs, on the other hand, back-to-back days of 900 million plus inflows, Friday, Monday, like quite likely the opposite here today. AL crypto market cap is at 16.5 billion, was up as high as 17.8, but down 1.3 billion in the last 24 hours from this shakeout. Pengu also reached a new all-time high. This was yesterday, down obviously from there, but worth noting, I think Pengu is one of the more clear and obvious plays to likely see about a 2x. I think at the minimum, it's just all over the timeline. I think the aspect of what they're building, et cetera, is really strong and definitely one that most people are expecting. AI crypto mind share as high as 72% across all crypto. So that narrative has rebounded pretty strong from our last show on Friday, over the weekend at least, and continues to move well. On the NFT side of things, I know I talked a lot about hoping we get some retracements. It wasn't looking like that as of yesterday. Today, fortunately, because of the shakeout, it's looking a little more like that on most things. A pretty good retracement. However, Pudgy Penguins, I think, with the abstract airdrop coming, has continued to move upward. Really, some of the best play, actually the best plays in NFTs, and in a lot of ways, crypto in the terms of risk reward has been with Pudgy ecosystem. After their Pudgy Pengu airdrop, they retraced back down to 15 ETH. Now they're back up to 27 ETH, pushing towards 30 ETH again.
Sorry to interrupt you. I saw somebody theorize the other day that, like, what if the Pudgies just get like airdrop for all the abstract stuff from like here on out?
Yeah, I saw that exact same post, and it's not too unrealistic.
Yeah,
and
or at least
so,
some of the stuff, right?
Mm-hmm. So everything that's going on, Pudgies are really ingraining themselves as the apes of this cycle, in the sense that they are taking over mind share. They're hitting on all cylinders, and a lot of things are going well for them. And it's hard to fade that. AI 16 partners rallied really strong here, up to 8.64 SOL. I think a lot of these, as we talked quite a bit, are still undervalued when it comes to meme coin related NFTs, and you're starting to see some of them gain some traction and running some of these pumps. And then kind of one of the more obscure ones is the Currency by Damien Hirst. Really rallied here over the last few days, up really over 100% in that range. This is a physical / digital art piece from a classic, well-known artist. I think, again, I've mentioned that digital art and generative art are likely going to be really strong gainers as the cycle moves on. So as it plays out, you're going to want to look there as a way to put some of your gains in there. So, Bren, you had something else to say?
I don't know. If I did, I forgot. My bad. But the Currency, was it just at uh probably pretty low? Because I saw somebody post it at like 0.86 like a couple days ago. What was the low before it pumped? You know?
Half ETH, I want to say,
Okay.
0.5, 0.56. This is one that has been as high as several ETH in the past. I think 3 to 5 ETH. So down a range from where it was. The digital physical burn, I don't know if that can still happen. I'm not super familiar with the mechanics anymore. This was really a 21, 22 NFT.
Yeah.
One of the kind of really premier digital art pieces at the time.
Yeah.
But from a well-known artist and in an interesting art piece, I wouldn't say this is the best overall or anything like that, but it's interesting to see. I think it's again, NFTs at the ultimate form are a great form of digital collectability, and of course a new form of art. And so these are the original pieces that can really make a difference in that respect.
Absolutely.
Meme coins, there are a few up today, at least from my list and looking through and scrolling through some of the meme coins that are out there. I'm sure there are others, but ones that stood out for me, and one that I think we're mentioning a reasonable amount. It is very operator dependent. I think the meme itself is decent. Unicorn fart dust, I think, resonates.
Yeah.
But Ron, the operator, a straight up boomer, not necessarily sold on crypto. He's capturing mind share, and with that, especially a coin that is still in that low 172 million range, which is always wild to say when it comes to meme coins. But 100 to 200 million is always a fast move range. I think this one is still maybe got a bit more room to move, but he's captured some mind share and continues to work the timeline. And it's an interesting one. It is one that could continue to grab some staying power. So interesting. And then a couple more on the AI side of things: Alchemy and Arc up 28 and 8% respectively. That's mostly it. Like I said, quieter day, lots of red. The liquidity flush, et cetera. We'll definitely dive into the charts. We've seen this several times. It's definitely not a time to panic, at least from all indications on scraping the timeline and looking for root causes.
Exactly. And yeah, that was great, Rotes. Definitely hit on a lot of great stuff. I like UFD for this. I don't have any, but I do like it because it's kind of a bit of a hybrid to me. And I'm bullish on it for the same way I'm bullish on a lot of the like Zero Bro and stuff. It's because they have a great operator behind it. The guy, what you say his name is? I'm sorry.
Ron,
Ron. Yeah, I've seen.
crypto Ron.
Yeah, he has the ability to onboard a lot of people in and out of like outside of crypto as well.
Yeah.
As crypto bull market heats up and a lot more normies are interested in crypto in general, I think that's just going to be a natural fit. So it's kind of a meme coin at the same time that has an operator as well. All this investing NFTs, crypto. It's just it all boils down to long term the operator's ability to create hype, partnerships, announcements, all of that. And when you have somebody like the guy Ron who will can get it through his videos and all that, I think it's bullish. So
And
wouldn't be
it's a beta to Fartcoin, which
yeah,
in many ways is my ultimate meme, right? So
yeah,
it fits very well among all other things. So it's an
yeah.
interesting one.
We'll talk about that too. I think
Yeah.
Farcoin would be in a good place right now too. Before we move on to the majors, anybody else for local? Were you about to say something?
No, I was just gonna say perhaps we should do a quick intro of the show, and how many times we do this per week, and then we can do some macro. Danksy, you want to do maybe like a quick so recap?
My mic. Hello, can you guys hear me? Hello.
Yes.
Uh, yeah. So we do these shows Tuesday at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern, and then Friday at 10 a.m. Myself, Rotes, and Furloco all come from Bridge3Labs. NFT community of 1,000. Mostly doing calls in the equities, options, crypto side, and then used to do NFT stuff. But we're a pretty small knit community of investors, developers, marketers, basically all the right builders in NFTs and in Web3. Right now, we're building some AI stuff, looking for AI developers, AI agents, really on the Web3 side, combining crypto and AI agents that we're looking to develop in probably the next 3 to 6 months. So we're looking to build a team around that. If you're building anything in there, feel free to reach out to all three of us. But yeah, we do these shows 2 days a week, and then a Monday show as well. Brent, anything you want to
Yes.
plug in?
Yeah, for sure. And
Calls?
usually my boy Yoni's on here as well as one of our 5 hosts. But definitely follow everybody on the panel. Follow my Twitter that's on there as well. As soon as I have that back, we'll be doing the shows on there. But follow everybody on the panel. Like these guys said, we do these shows twice a week. I spend a lot of my time in the Boss Man Calls Telegram channel, running that with my business partner, Boss Man. I post all my analysis. We do streams. Did a good stream last night in the VC. A lot of cool stuff in there. So yeah, definitely follow everybody on the panel, and appreciate you guys for being here. Let's go ahead and look
Yeah.
at the chat real quick before we move on. Roja says perfect stables buy opportunity, for sure. Definitely, this is why you want to have dry powder on the sideline again for your opportunities like this. And then Breezer said, "What's up, everybody? What's up, Breezer?"
What's up, Breezer? Hey, I wanted to perhaps kind of like provide some quick commentary because I know we were discussing the macro, and before you kind of like chart any of the majors. I think the reason, and this is from one of my sources, which I'm not 100% sure, but I think the major reason why the stock market is down today's FOMC meeting around interest rates, I think is on Thursday. I don't know if I'm not mistaken. And then I think due to the fact that there's a strong retail sales numbers that might influence Fed Powell's decision to perhaps be less aggressive or more aggressive with rate cuts, likely less. And so maybe that's why investors are kind of like pulling back, because if there's a strong customer slash consumer spending power, then maybe that's why investors are kind of like being more cautious about what's going to happen moving forward this year. But again, everything is speculation. Likely, it's another up year. But yeah, that's what I wanted to add on. So yeah.
Thank you for
I
that.
like
Yeah,
how you said sources. I love how official that
Can't
sounds.
dox the
yeah.
source.
You sound like what's his name? Mario.
He's got market makers in his back pocket.
You sound
I
like
don't wanna
Mario.
I don't wanna call anyone out, so that when that comes out, they'll probably be like, I didn't say that, so I'm just gonna say my sources.
No, I like that. I love that.
Also,
No,
make sure to retweet, like.
yeah,
We're streaming on X, TikTok, and now YouTube. So I'm checking all the live chats. If you have anything you want us to check out, feel free to post and we'll bring it up.
yeah, for sure. You guys definitely leave any comments, questions, anything you want us to see, and then when we get to like meme coins here shortly, we'll go over some charts. But let's go ahead and Marty share my screen, right?
Yeah, I think you have to do one of these. Let's see. Oh, I'm clicking it. Yeah, you're running.
Okay, perfect. So, um, Bitcoin, ETH, Sol. I think obvious corrective behavior here, even before we got this bounce. Again, I say this so much on the stream. The biggest giveaway for any correction, and again, a correction is a cool off period before big move or between big moves and big moves up or down. So whenever I say correction, it's essentially I'm expecting or I'm anticipating that this is a pullback, and that eventually we're going to move higher. Versus a peak, which is like a longer term top, has different characteristics. To me, chart wise, even before we had this bounce, obvious corrective behavior. The biggest giveaway is the lack of consolidation. This is a big tip, big thing to focus on. If anybody who looks at charts, which is most of us, right, is any type of like major top. If you're looking for like a bigger reversal where you have to worry about taking profits and getting wrecked, it's going to form. It's going to have some type of consolidation in there. You see this big bull market top back in 2021. Bitcoin consolidated, meaning it held a high, consolidated and held that high, failed to break for about 6 or 7 months before reversing. The fact that Bitcoin consolidated for like 2 days or a day essentially before coming down is the biggest giveaway that this is a correction and eventually will move to new all-time highs. Right now, this is forming what I like to call a corrective channel, where they form these channel-like structures, essentially where it gives you usually 2 to 4 lows with these bounces in between before you eventually head back and form the next impulse. You can see a bigger version of that right here back in March, where we formed a high, came down, do these multiple bounces, formed 4 lows here, and then continued higher. I essentially think that's exactly what we're seeing here on Bitcoin, but on a smaller time frame. And then this bounce we got here, the fact that it failed to break and kind of formed a lower high, is telling me what we're very likely to see here is one of two things. Either we're going to come back down and retest this low at 92 or above it between here and 92, form a higher low, and just go up from there. Or what's possible is we come down hard and come all the way back down to maybe under 90 one more time, form a fresh low. And at that point, very likely the correction would be over and we move to all time highs. Uh, but either way, what I'm seeing here, whether we go up from here, we just retest 93, or we form another low under 90. I think over the next few weeks, what the charts are showing me, which we'll go over ETH and Sol too, and even the S&P 500 as well, are kind of showing the same thing. That what over the next few weeks, very likely it could take a month, could be a week, could be 5 days, that we are going to finish this correction and move to new all-time highs. And then when you add on top of that all the positive catalysts, potential catalysts, of course, of Trump coming in with the new crypto czar, these new crypto positions, potentially a lot of these NFT and crypto projects being more aggressive due to Gary Gensler and stuff being gone. I think, possibly the Bitcoin strategic reserve, all these things, I think in conjunction with the charts are telling me very likely we're going to move higher above 100K again. And we'll see from there. But ETH, same thing. This one's a little bit different. I think we either retest 3K or possibly come back down to, very, very near 3K on the dot. One of those two, and then very likely bottom out. Same thing with Sol. All three of these are going to bottom out at either at the same time or very soon after. Sol is actually holding stronger than the other two. So maybe Sol doesn't revisit 177. Maybe it makes a higher low. But I expect the same thing with Sol as the other two. I think Bitcoin's probably the most obvious setup of them all. But again, I see over the next few weeks we finish this correction, whether it be from here or another fresh low. I just see this as a buying opportunity and just finishing up what is an obvious correction on the majors.
Hey, Bren, that's a good point. Have you heard of the Sol strategies? I know the is obviously trading on OTC right now, but have you heard of the stock, Sol strategies?
No, what is that?
So apparently, it's like similar concept as MSTR, MicroStrategy, but for Solana.
Okay, so they're using the
It's
strategy. They're using the treasury to buy Solana.
Yeah, and so they have a bunch of different strategies for it. It's not really right now on the U.S. stock market, but it's on OTC markets. And so, I mean, if you look at the chart, I don't know if you can pull it up there. Let me see what the ticker was. See if you can
Interesting.
type Sol strategies there. But anyways, it's been up only in 2024. And I think the moment that thing gets listed or Solana ETF comes to life, this is gonna be the next. Oh
Oh
no,
wow,
perhaps it's already up a lot, but yeah,
20x.
perhaps this is my point is I think this might be also positively affecting Solana price versus Ethereum and Bitcoin, the trend wise,
That's
perhaps.
interesting. I've heard of somebody like saying I'm going to do the same thing with ETH, but like is the company what does the company do besides the Soul strategy that they have? Do they have like another other products that they do, or is it created specifically to buy Soul?
It's just pretty much to be in the Solana staking ecosystem.
Okay,
So yeah, so that's really what it is about. Is if you think about MicroStrategy, they can say they're a tech company, but really what they are is a Bitcoin treasury company. So I
sure.
think Soul Strategy is what it is mostly helps traditional finance participate in Solana staking protocols, etc.
I like
So
that. Yeah, you're right.
yeah,
Because MicroStrategy now is mostly Bitcoin, but then they do some like on-chain analysis thing. But you're right; it's just mostly a Bitcoin company
yeah.
now. It's
Yeah.
interesting though that this gave you from March all the way through June essentially to accumulate at 8 cents before it 20x'd.
Yeah.
Another example of consolidation coming before a
No,
major.
that's April of 2023.
Oh shit, you're right. 2 years. Oh, I'm tripping.
They
Um,
probably didn't do it before. I don't even know what they were doing before. They probably just switched over to that strategy recently.
yeah, I mean, Soul didn't really start taking off until like around this time, right? It was 10, $20 around this time, so maybe that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
But interesting. Yeah, I was going to pull up the S&P 500 too, which looks very similar to Bitcoin as far as its corrective behavior. To me, not enough consolidation. It's a bigger version, but essentially I think what we're seeing here on the S&P 500 is another version of these other corrections that we got dating back to April of last year. We've had one, two, three, four, five biggest common factor between all of these: lack of consolidation. No consolidation, no consolidation, no consolidation, all ended at new highs. I think that's what we're going to see here. Granted, this is a bigger, more drawn out version than these. You see, these ones are more tighter, hence why they kind of ended quicker. We could definitely be in this for another month or so, but I think we're going to get the same outcome on here as these other corrections, and we're going to move higher again, probably January, February. It could be at any time, could take a month, who knows. But yeah, Bitcoin, ETH, Sol. I think we're just waiting out this period to finish out these corrections. Definitely could see some more downside in the short term, but I definitely would not be panic selling any FUD as long as it's not like crazy, like real black swan stuff. I think should be ignored and use this time to buy dips, which we'll go over meme coin stuff in a second. Um, Bitcoin dominance. It's kind of playing around here. I do think it's going to make a dip down. This move is very corrective to me and is not um, impulsive, which tells me very likely we could be seeing some type of like bottom here forming where maybe Bitcoin dominance does have another run after a bit more chop. But I don't see a strong move like straight down past 50, at least from here, very likely. I think maybe we come down but very likely could be forming some type of larger bottom on here. We'll have to see. I definitely need more information on this to be super strong opinion, but yeah, we'll definitely watch this. AVAX, another one. Again, we go over this every week, but until it's really shifted, still a great buy. You know, if you're looking for something to put your money in that's like really high cap, but still has a ton of upside, definitely look at AVAX. Same thing with Polkadot. Um, you know, definitely looking at the founder behind Polkadot. Again, it's an operator play, been around for a long time. Another, you know, bigger cap play with a lot of upside. ENS, same thing. ENS addresses, I think, are going to become more and more relevant as time goes on. 2025 really could be that breakthrough year as wallets and digital wallets and stuff become more popular. This looks corrective out of a bigger correction in July. I think this probably moves up from here. ETH Bitcoin, I still think is finishing up what I see as a longer term bottom, very likely, especially since it has this nice little correction here with almost 3 months of consolidation here above 3 cents. I think very likely this could be the bottom. All we need is just shift here above, let's just say 5 cents, which again is like 50% higher from here. At that point, I think the it's off to the races and very well could be seeing a long term bottom that I've been anticipating for quite a while. Um, so yeah, I think ETH very likely moves up against Bitcoin here over the next few months. And if the bottom isn't in on ETH Bitcoin, it's very close. And then let me not looking at the comments. Is any if you guys do have any like majors or stuff that's on Trading View, definitely leave it here so I can look at it. Someone says, why did we drop so hard? So again, there's not always a rhyme or reason or a catalyst for these corrections. You don't need a catalyst when you're in these periods. Again, moves happen down. You could argue again what Loco was saying. It could happen to do with the S&P 500 and everything moving down. But I mean, during these corrections, you're going to see bounces and volatility. So
I mean,
uh,
there's payroll data on Friday. There's concerns about interest rates with like strong consumer spending. I mean, there's a bunch of things that boomers care about and they're worried. And so when the stock market kind of like tumbles, then crypto does too a little bit. You know, because at the end of the day, it's risk assets and tech. So, but I wouldn't see this as a long-term concern. It's more of a perhaps like a short-term, just like reset, which I think is healthy for the markets.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. To touch on that, it's like I think this is the best thing that could happen to all the markets right now is all these positive catalysts with price pulling back. It allows leverage to cool off for us to cool down. The more times we have these cool off periods during this cycle, the higher it allows us to run without things overheating and us getting an 80% crash on Bitcoin again. So corrections are always healthy. They're annoying. They're not fun, but they're a reality and actually a sign that the markets are maturing and becoming more different. So, Jazz Lad says if we price in Trump inauguration coming up, just like election, everything pumps. So do you think Bitcoin will move? So I think a lot of the stuff was priced in on the Trump coin specifically, which I want to talk about. I think right now nobody's talking about Trump and Trump. I think are going to run and very likely go back to all time highs. We'll talk about that in a second. But I think the a lot of the Trump stuff is was priced into the Trump coins specifically, and hence why they came down so heavy. But it wasn't. I wouldn't say it was priced into Bitcoin. Obviously, we saw a strong move up. It wasn't the expected result. A lot of people thought one that Kamala was going to win, and then two, nobody thought that Trump was going to win the popular and the way he did. So, as you saw, like the Bitcoin, everything pulled back heavy before the election. I don't know if you guys remember. So, I wouldn't say it's priced in, but I don't think the inauguration is going to have any effect on anything. Seeing a lot of people are saying, "Oh, it's going to be a sell the news event." I don't think there's no result for it to be a sell the news event. There's nothing that can come in that as long as the inauguration goes smoothly, there's nothing that is priced in or isn't priced in. I don't think it's going to do anything to the markets. Um, so yeah, I don't know Trump coming in. It's again um, any positive if he frees Ross, does the Bitcoin Reserve, all those positive stuff could obviously be positive. And then if he does nothing for the next few years, obviously that could be a sell the news event for sure. Is it likely that this will be the last bull run? Do you see these cycles will continue to happen for years? I think there will always be cycles in meme coins and these more speculative stuff unless they make it completely illegal. And I think we're going to move less away from that. Maybe pump fund stuff might be whatever, but I always think there's going to be ways for new digital assets to be created and new bubbles to start. But Bitcoin ETH Sol, I think they could reach a point, you know, especially over the next few years, where the volatility dampens, where we don't get 80% crashes. I think it's very possible the 4 year cycle is over now if we don't get like a large recession that ruins everything. So to answer your question, that's a very good question. Do I think the cycles continue to happen? The quote unquote 4 year cycles could be over for Bitcoin and ETH, but meme coins are eventually going to have a blow off pop. The bubble's going to pop. That there's just no way for all these assets to hold like a billion, 10 billion, however million billion valuations all at the same time forever. So yeah, to answer your question, meme coins will always lower cap stuff will always have cycles. We'll see about Bitcoin ETH Sol. They could have crossed like a chasm now where that might not be a thing anymore, but we'll see. Um, Sorry, I'm looking at the chat right now. And can you go back to my screen? I'll go ahead and finish up
Yeah, just let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready. Just a few more on here that you want to look at if you're looking to deploy some capital. A lot of the stuff, maybe if you don't do the meme coin stuff, you don't like to look at charts. You're looking for stuff that again is higher cap, like closer to Sol and ETH, maybe not as high, but something you can hold and still has a lot of upside. Chainlink is right up there with Polkadot and the Avalanche. I think not only is this a good short term buy, but very likely long term. Chainlink is the oracles and everything that they're doing is actually like one of the real use case, like the actual real technologies in crypto that everybody uses. And for that reason, I think the token already has time in the game and very likely could be forming a very long term bottom here and have a very strong 2025. So that's one to look at. And then real quickly, I don't want to spend too much more time on here. Optimism, Arbitrum, ZK Sync, the L2s, same kind of thing. I think very undervalued here, both short term and long term. And then one more, Total 3, is the total crypto market cap minus Bitcoin and ETH, which essentially just measures how strong the altcoins are running, minus ETH, of course. And I think what's going to end up happening over the next couple months, very possibly get one more low, but this is a coil up that's going to end up being an explosion above 1.2. And finally, that's going to be a start of a big move and finally break above this 1.1 mark all the way back from 2021. And then from there, who knows? Maybe we go to 1.5, maybe we go to 2 trillion. But I think this $1.1 trillion high on the total market cap is going to be broken deliberately on this next, or not deliberately, like for good on this next move. Before I move on to the memes, or we move on to these memes, guys, is there anything else?
I faded Chainlink, but Chainlink looks really strong now that you brought it up. Pretty, what's it called? Pretty. It's just infrastructure play, right? For cross chain bridging.
It's the definition of infrastructure for sure.
Right, and I just faded it, but we'll get more opportunities later on. You want to pull up Sui, Ton, XRP.
Yeah, and Danksy has his own goals, 100%. Everybody has everything different. I would say for Chainlink, it's only 2x off the bottom here, the 2024 bottom. So definitely wouldn't say it's too late. Everybody, has different goals, but I wouldn't fade Chainlink here. Other people too. Let's see. What'd you say, Sui?
Sui, Ton, XRP.
Okay, yeah, Sui again, same kind of thing. I think probably going to have a strong 2024. Hasn't had a crazy correction since April, just shown a lot of strength. This could very well continue into 2024, obviously, or 2025, which we're already in. But we've gone over this. I think like what's strong for the first few years of the quote unquote cycle usually is strong in the fourth one. So I'd expect Sui to continue. I don't see any signs of it stopping now. Could be starting a bit of a correction here, but definitely would not be selling. So yeah, looks good. And then Doge, of course. Again, same kind of thing as Bitcoin. I think it's just this is the first low and down to either retest and form a double bottom at 31 or potentially form a second low in its correction. Both, again, are pointing to this just being corrective behavior and eventually moving to all-time highs. This is exactly what you want to be seeing. Super, super nice setup. And I think, again, let's Doge cool off a bit before potentially running from 25 to maybe $1 on this next run or very close. At least back to all-time highs, I wouldn't be surprised. The all-time highs at 70 whatever cents is only 70 cents exactly, is only a 2x from right now. So I would be probably will go to the all-time highs on this next run. So again, this correction we're seeing here, you can just look at it as just a mini version of what we saw back from March to September of 2024. Same kind of characteristics, lack of consolidation, multiple bounces, and then consolidation before taking off. So I expect Doge to have a very strong year, and really is just going to add strength to the whole meme coin narrative, and yeah, meme coins in general. Let's see, anything else I'm missing before we move on? Pepe, we always forget to look at Pepe, but Pepe is a very obviously already hit 10 billion, right? I think it's going to continue to climb. I think Pepe kind of started is at a threshold right now at 10 billion that I think a lot of is going to become the new paradigm. Just how like a billion is starting to be cracked by SPX, Giga, that's going to become like the new 100 million, and I think 10 billion. That's kind of like every time I mention 10 billion in the Telegram channel or anywhere, that kind of blows people's mind. But I think 10 billion is going to become, now that Pepe's hit it, it's going to become, not every coin's going to hit it, obviously, but it's going to become a lot more common than people might think. My kind of thesis on all the meme coins before we move on to meme coins themselves is that this cycle, we're not just going to see one or two coins hit 50 or 70 billion. I think maybe 3, 4 to 5 surpass 50. And then, a lot more coins hit 10 billion. The same kind of way as just like, I don't see, peak meme coin hype being in 2021, where only two coins ever hit 50 to 70 billion, where meme coins are a brand new concept, essentially, besides Doge. I think now we have a more solidified meme coin market. It's more in the psyche of the general public. We have a lot of like actual cool coins, whereas last time it was just like Floki, Doge, and a few others. For that reason, I think a lot of coins are going to hit where Pepe's at right now at 10 billion, including Ticker Bitcoin, MOG, all of those, which we'll go over. But yeah, Pepe, beautiful correction it's in right now. As you can see here, no consolidation before coming down. Nice bounce here, low, probably forming the second low here. Nice, pretty tight correction. Definitely would not be selling Pepe here. I think it's going to climb higher, which again is just great for meme coins overall. The higher Pepe moves, the more the ceiling, the higher ceiling the other coins have once things heat up. So I don't want to spend too much more times on the majors. It's 139 right now. Anybody else have anything else before I move on?
No, I think you're good, man. Keep it going.
Someone says I have most of my portfolio on lo-fi, Agent S, Fog, and not all, and then one or two side bets. Not super sure about them. Should I rotate? All of them look pretty good, bro. Especially Fog, lo-fi, Agent S is moving up hard. Maybe take some profits off of that only because it's moving up hard the last few days. Not is good too. Hasn't really had a crazy run yet. I do like all of those, especially Fog. We'll go over here in a second. Lo-fi, I think, very possibly has something brewing. I think just maybe one exchange listing away from having another run, and then PopCat as well. Can't really go wrong with that, but maybe take some profits on Agent S. That's probably what I would do. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on to what most people are probably here for, which is meme coins. I want to hear everybody else and what they're looking at first, but I'll just go over a few that I'm looking at on the screen. And right now, I think I made a post in the Telegram channel earlier. Let's see. Pretty much talking about Flog, but also just talking about during these dips, you want to focus on a few things. One being hold firm in your conviction pegs. Like right now is not the time to panic sell. If you're using leverage, make sure to use stop losses. It's really easy to get wrecked and lose everything right now. And then use dry powder that you have to buy up these quality conviction coins right now. During these times where everybody panic sells, you get a lot of these really great coins, super capitulated and just super low. So I think Flog, for example, is super no-brainer, lack of consolidation, multiple bounces, chart's beautiful, but at the same time, while the chart is down, the community's building, the holder count's going up, the content. I don't know if you guys saw, like they had that one Twitter video, the more anime looking one, go like 500K views in a few days. Stuff like that. The quality of the content is up despite price going down is usually always a great sign that on the next run when the market turns, these are the coins that usually have the strongest, most parabolic moves. We've seen it with Mog. I've seen it with a bunch of other coins. So Flog is definitely a great one to accumulate. I think it's a universally loved coin by pretty much everybody, and has a lot of potential. Normie, kind of to be loved by normies, but also like for like T1 exchange listings and all that. Either way, I think Flog's easily going to go to a billion. Very potentially cracks multiple billions here. Probably in Q1 if I had to guess. So Flog, lock in, same kind of thing. Been correcting here for multiple months. I think once it does come out of this correction, is going to explode to new all-time highs and very, very likely to multiple hundreds of millions. Could go to a billion someday if things do get crazy. Lock in, self-explanatory. Obviously, a really popular term. Time in the game, strong community, all that good stuff. So, and for me, what I've been accumulating, I don't want to spend too much time. I want to hear what everybody else is looking at and see what you guys want us to look at as well. But ticker Bitcoin right now is probably what I've been buying the hardest, along with Flog. I think this is going to go to a billion with SPX and Giga. Same kind of category, a lot of the same dynamics that's going to keep it not only have a sustainable move, but a very strong move. And then just this most beautiful correction since October. I think this is a sleeping giant, and I will be buying ticker Bitcoin anything under a billion. I think this is going to go to a billion very quickly. And then again, is a very, very likely going to go to 5 to 10 billion next year and kind of hit where Pepe is at right now. So even if it goes to half of that at 5 billion, you're looking at like a 20 to 25x from here for just buying and holding over the next few months. Maybe take 6 months, who knows? But I think it's a no-brainer on ticker Bitcoin. What was I going to say? Lock in that Giga and SPX. You could definitely buy these dips. I like the other two, like we just went over right now. The other three again because they aren't as high in market cap, but I still love Giga here. And then of course, how could I forget Mog? It doesn't matter, anything Mog under a billion too. Absolute no brainer. Could form another low here. If it does, I'm definitely going to buy some more. I think Mog easily going to very likely be in that 5 to 10 billion category this year. On Coinbase as well with Giga, right up there with Flog as like a really universally loved coin as well. So let me look at the chat real quick as well. I should probably look on my phone. Popcat, yeah.
I'll relay the chat for you.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And I'll look at my phone too. Popcat. Yeah, so Popcat, deep correction even before this whole thing. Again, you guys notice these coins go on these big parabolic runs. They're always going to correct. So that's why it's really important, identify good coins, but definitely you want to wait until they have some type of correction a lot of times. I've always
loved pretty good entry on Popcat right now.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I was going to get to is that Popcat, great correction that it's in right now. Lack of consolidation, down 60%. Of course, you got the FUD. Of course, you got people panicking. This is always going to happen near the bottom. It's just a natural reality of people, panicking when, all they're really looking at is price. But either way, yeah, like Danksy just said, I think this is very likely going to bottom out here. Consolidation already of 2 weeks could make another low, could also be bottomed out, but next few months, I think it's going to move up.
Leonard said AI CMP.
Yeah, look at that too. For Loco, do you still have a pretty big bag of Popcat? I remember that was one of your bigger positions a few months ago.
He might have.
Yeah, no worries. You can chime in whenever. But yeah, Popcat. This is, again, if you love Popcat, it's still as good of a coin as it was a few months ago. It's just going through a major correction. This is when you want to bid. AI CMP, right?
Yeah.
This is one Boss Man called in the channel yesterday, I think, down here.
What's the narrative on this? It looks like
I don't know, some kind of AI stuff. I haven't really looked into it too much. I don't have any of this, but I know a lot of people have this. Chart wise, as long as it doesn't consolidate for a while longer, I think it's very likely just going to keep ripping. Take profits on the way up, of course. Could always start a correction at any time. A lot of AI stuff coming up. So I on the newer stuff, until it proves itself, I would definitely recommend being aggressive with taking profits on a lot of the AI stuff. But for Loco, I don't know if you heard me, but I was wondering, do you still have your bag of Popcat? I remember I was one of your main bags from like a month ago.
You guys hear me? Sorry, I lost connection for a second.
Damn. Yeah, no worries. Can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're kind of cutting out, bro. Just kind of like last time.
Okay, just give me a few minutes.
Yeah, no worries. So yeah, PopCat Mog, all of those. I think again, everybody has different coins they like. I think there's probably 20, 30 coins right now that you could accumulate that are going to do very well, 10x, 5 to 10x plus gains if you just hold into the next few months. It just takes ignoring FUD, right? What a lot of people are putting out here. So again, identify your conviction plays that you like and buy them right now. If you have dry powder, hold and just wait out this period. I think
Excellent.
Go ahead.
I'm just going to reiterate. I think these are excellent buying opportunities here in the very short term, near future, as we kind of wait for the majors to bottom out here, which I think they're also looking pretty close to. So yeah, I mean, for me personally, I'm looking at some of the recent leaders. So Fartcoin, further accumulation on it, and then also looking for hopefully a little bit more retracement on AI 16, or sorry, AI XBT. I would love to get into it around like say 370 ish range. It's a little higher than where I want it right now since it's rallied so well, but like it's down from its highs by quite a bit. So I think it's presenting pretty good value, and it just seems like it's got great timeline mind share at the moment, and I'm loving what it's doing. So
Absolutely.
I'd love to see it get cheaper. I mean, it definitely could hold this current level, the 478 range, but I would like to see it come down to, like I said, 360, 370 range. I think that's a great ad zone.
Yeah, I think this is a nice chart correction for sure. I think for Loco probably.
Guys, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Okay, sweet,
Yeah.
sweet. So I was just hearing roads. Yeah, I do have some AXBT, and I have that one, and I have the what I call the beta play, which I think is actually a better tech. I know you guys probably have seen my calls on B3L on X, but I like Tri Sigma, which is for me is a better an enhanced version of ChatGPT of AIXBT. Now AIXBT has the Pioneer. I think I posted about this morning. The Pioneer move, and right now is the largest, crypto AI influencer there is with the largest mindset. So that's why perhaps the 400 or 500 million market cap is, quote unquote justified. But I agree with Roach. I think definitely during this pullback you might be able to get better entries. And then the one that I've been adding is Tri Sigma, which is actually at 1/10 of its market cap, is at 50 million market cap. And if you look at the white paper, the team behind it, and just the analytics, and just follow the Tri Sigma account, and you can take a look at it. It's actually pretty impressive when compared to AXVT. It doesn't have hallucinations, etc. But those are my two AI agent picks, and then I still hold PopCat, which I like, as a kind of like cute animal meta. I think it will do well this year. I've been looking into tokens like FXN, which is the super swarms for AI agents. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, but I
FX.
like FXN. Yeah, I don't know if you guys want to pull the chart. It's on Solana,
This
but
one?
it's like you probably have heard of the Swarms token, which went to 500 million. There was some FUD around the devs behind it. I think the dev was known as I don't know if it was a grifter or whatever, but
Yeah,
some other
they
devs were
said he
calling
like
him
stole a
out.
lot of the code from somewhere else. I saw the initial
Right.
stream. Definitely a charismatic guy. I could see why a lot of people swarm around him.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy to see that coin run that high.
No, incredible. So I obviously actually funny thing is I saw that coin at 22 million, and I faded it not too long ago. But I think FXN is also a play on swarms. Right now at 43 million market cap is Mindster is on the second page of Cookie.Fund, so it's not on the first page, around 0.5% or something. So I think that could be a play on swarms, which is a very interesting technology for AI agents. So yeah.
Right on, bro. I appreciate that. That's definitely a few ones people can look at right now. I like AXBT right now a lot. I have a big position that Yoni and I bought right before it kind of blew up, kind of right here. Definitely weren't super early to it, but I'm definitely going to start adding here. Super nice correction with really obvious bounces. So I think second low here. It could come as low as 400. If it were, I'm definitely going to be adding all the way down here. And then,
Mhm.
just like Zero Bro did, I think very likely goes to 800 to probably a billion here. I think it has, like you said, the time, or like Rote said, and probably you said too for Loco, has that timeline mind share to kind of justify it being at $1 billion market cap. I think a lot of these AI agents are gonna, since so many are coming out kind of in the same category, a lot of this technology is still limited as right now. A lot of them are gonna find it hard to kind of hit that $1 billion market cap. Because of that reason, there's going to be a lot of people bouncing from different stuff because stuff's so similar. But with that being said, I think AI, XBT, and the ones that are obviously dominant above the rest are going to hit those $1 billion and maybe two, three, $5 billion thresholds.
I think if you make that move, you almost have to consider Tri Sigma as a kind of a
Yeah.
way to play on that. Just as a what Furloco's saying, I think makes a lot of sense on the sense that it's it's a similar version, better version. Who knows? Whatever it fits, right. I mean, these are the type of like what makes AI XBT so interesting on the timeline is that it's the quality of the content it's putting out, right? And then that becomes something that is just self-feeding, and all it takes is another intelligent agent on the timeline, and it can also capture that same mind share. Now
Yeah.
they're competing against each other, and
Yeah.
that's the challenge, right? But all it takes is a few people to buy in on Tri Sigma in terms of what it's saying on the timeline to shift that narrative.
Well,
Absolutely.
Bob Lucas, which is a legendary crypto investor, actually followed Tri Sigma yesterday, so that was quite exciting. But obviously, there's the mindset. Attention is market value, and attention equals market value in crypto, right? Like if you have a lot of attention, you know, indirectly you're gonna have higher market cap because most of these tokens are speculation first, product second, right? We don't even know if these products actually will eventually become, whatever the next Google, whatever. Perhaps most of them, 99% of them won't. But if you're trading attention, AI agents that have high quality insights and analytics will do very well. So AXBT is the pioneer, so it will do well. I'm betting on Tri Sigma, but there's many others. There's Luna, and if you guys don't like to do the research or you don't have time to do so, I actually have a position on Bader, which is kind of like hedge fund manager slash agent in virtuals. There's a couple of other ones like Citadel, which I think is part of Griffin's protocol.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so those are AI agents slash hedge funds, right? They will invest in different tokens on other agents for you, and you get upside to that, as well as Sequoia is the other one I was looking at by Virtuals. So interesting protocols as well.
Definitely be careful. Don't put a ton of money into those things. Just robots in general. You know how us humans, how we're kind of have trouble with trading. Like I know right now, probably right. Like what are like the track records on that so far on the on those?
Actually, quite impressive. I was
Really?
looking at the Sequoia, yeah, they're 300%. But think about this, like they're investing in agents, right? And so if
Yeah.
agents go up, I mean, we all have the same pie of tokens, you know?
Yeah, it's the market's super
So,
hot right now. It's like you got to
yeah,
see over a few years. So definitely sick that it's doing well right now, though. As
yeah.
far as Tri Sigma, I completely agree that all of what you guys said makes sense to me. As well as the chart looks really nice. Arguably a better correction than AIXBT due to how tight the correction is. So I think very very likely makes another move up. And I know Yoni was buying down here. I didn't buy any. I probably should here as well. Definitely looks like a no brainer.
It is a good buying opportunity for Tri Sigma right now.
Yeah, try Sigma and AI XBT look really nice. I think if you guys are looking, in AI and you want to make money without getting rugged, I think really the place to go is like these already proven ones that have kind of cooled off for a few days. I think there's just play after play that you can get nice 2 to 3 5X's, while just like something like Tri Sigma, which is really really nice, like for Locos bringing up, but it's cooled off for 5 or 6 days. In these nice corrections, it's better to add here and stuff that's already kind of solidified and riding the wave up versus trying to like gamble on something brand new and kind of risking getting rugged by some dude like at any time, right? So definitely a good one. I want to look at GOAT. It's actually really interesting. I think right
Wait,
now,
Fuloka, you got a question. Thoughts on Vader versus Tri Sigma? And he's gone. You're good, Bren. Just take it away.
Where'd he go? And he's gone. No, it's
Yeah,
all
he's
good.
gone.
We'll get back to him.
We'll get
We'll
back.
get
We'll
back to
get
him
back when he
back.
comes.
Real quickly, I'm just checking the chat. Did you speak about trust? No, we'll look at trust in a second. Look at not. Here I want to make sure I'm seeing your guys' stuff. If we okay, all right, yeah, no way, Capo is bullish, bro. Yeah,
Dude, what
yeah,
happened with Goat? Like,
no,
honestly.
yeah, bro. It's just honestly nothing happened. It's just these coin. First of all, it's like a meme coin, right? So there's no like operator behind it to really like directly build partnerships and all that. But it doesn't mean it's doomed. I think this is just its first major correction. No consolidation up top, multiple bounces. I think right now Goat's going to have another run, I think, and this might be the best risk to reward one. Maybe it doesn't take the throne back at being the top coin again, but I think, it was the top, like the first mover essentially. Definitely not dead. I think it very likely moves back to all-time highs and might, if you're entering now where hype's really low, I think it's a really good entry. So I haven't bought any yet, but it's been consolidating above this low for about 8 or 9 days here. Very potentially, if it holds this low here, could be it. If not, like everything else, could make one more low. But I think all the signs are there chart wise, and we've seen these coins dip 80, 90%, and this is only a 50, 60% correction. We've seen these coins dip like this and then have a resurgence. And the people who had the balls to buy during this time usually do well. So I think I'm definitely going to
Um,
buy some here.
Yeah, no, I still have some goat. Unfortunately, it definitely has not been performing as we all expected. But I do think that I don't know if you guys were watching the. There's a bunch of different interviews, but what happened with the truth terminal and everything, and I think it's definitely exciting. Not sure if it's going to be the number one token moving on, but I definitely think it has the, kind of like the what people really look for when they look at crypto is like, oh, which one is, I mean, the same reason why would you buy XRP, right? It's not the utility itself, but it's the history, right? The history of itself, the relevancy that it has in the history of crypto. So
Kind of
I do like
culture.
it. I'm
Yeah.
not sure it
Go ahead.
has major pumponomics or whatever. Can it go much higher? Definitely. But I do think that the market is definitely getting so, and the liquidity is dispersing so broadly that is going to be difficult to really allocating most of your capital to just one single coin at this point. There's just so many different tokens every other day that might be the next runner. It's I
Exactly.
was just posting about it this yesterday actually. It's been more and more difficult to actually hold tokens for long periods of time, just
Absolutely, in
because
the AI
you never
space,
know,
100%. I agree,
for
100%.
sure.
The AI space. Sorry to interrupt. I think in the AI space, 100%. When there's so much of this stuff, especially so new and so frothy, and then as well as a lot of this stuff looks the same. It's going to be hard for a lot of these to have like big moves, like Zero Bro, for example. I think it's going to go to a billion, but as you can see, it has these quick moves up and then sells off really quickly when negative news comes out. So I agree. I think a lot of these coins, like Mog, Ticker Bitcoin, a lot of these, like the few of those coins, are going to probably have more sustainable runs, like over a billion, where they have less big sell offs, like they did have in the past. Whereas these AI stuff that's newer, more frothier, might be more volatile, like a lot of these coins are. But yeah, Goat
Yeah.
looks good. I think any of these, I want to hear your guys' closing thoughts on this kind of stuff here too. But yeah, I think Goat, the fact that it moved up crazy here back in October, we should always expect a major correction. It's going to happen, as we've seen on all these biggest coins. Pretty much the only constant on any of these coins is that eventually they're going to pull back and have a correction or top out. So I think right now this is going to end up being looking back like a really nice entry on Goat, but we'll see. What else in the AI world do we want to look at?
Wait, for Loco, someone asked you about Vader versus Trisig.
Oh yeah,
Any
yeah.
thoughts?
Really depends on what you're looking for. To be honest, they're not really similar. I mean, they're obviously all in the AI agent, kind of like Meta, but different. One is part of the Virtuals protocol. You're gonna have less liquidity. Beta is mostly focused on investing in other tokens and returning to their DAO. Trisig is more betting on the attention slash analytics version of the agents, right? Which is similar to AI XBT. So if you have AI XBT, then perhaps Beta makes more sense. But if you have already, but you don't have AI XBT, then AI XBT, then maybe you should accumulate some Trisigma just to have some different exposure to different AI applications. That's what I would say. So
Interesting. This is when you guys are talking about Vader AI.
yes, yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Cool. Someone says, what you guys think about infrastructure projects like coffee? I don't know. Do you guys know anything about that?
No, I actually used to hold Ox gasless, which is the other part of his question, but a while ago. But I haven't really been following much.
Is it 0x
So
Zero
gasless?
X, yeah.
yeah, Ox gasless or whatever. Yeah,
Okay. Wow. This thing's running like crazy. Yeah. Had
yeah.
some nice consolidation for a few months. I mean, dude, that's crazy. I mean, if you would have bought down here, you've been up nicely. Take profits on the way up. It is approaching a major high. So as you can see here, pulling back, it could end up coming all the way down here. Hopefully it breaks through this all-time high deliberately. But, I would just say if you're in anywhere down here, take some profits, lock in some gains. It's crazy though. Nice run.
Tabu on TikTok said he went off to work and all his crypto gone down and sold everything.
Tabu,
That's sad.
if you can hear me, brother, hold steady, bro. No, if you're holding good stuff, honestly, all jokes aside, if you're holding good stuff, I don't know what you're in, as long as you're not in like 200K shit coins that came out yesterday. Hold what you have. Again, I think most of the upside for crypto in this kind of quote unquote cycle is still in front of us, and a lot of these meme coins and Bitcoin, ETH, and Sol too. So hang in there. What was his name again? Sorry,
Tabu.
Tabu. Hang in there, brother. Any
Should
any
buy
uh,
back
any
in
other
right
words
now.
of advice to Tabu?
Just hold steady. I didn't trade anything for like 6 months. I'm still going strong. I've been sitting on my hands. This is the most boring bull market ever for me.
Damn.
That's because you are not in the trenches, Danksy.
Yeah, dude, I can't do the trenches anymore. I'm gonna get shot.
No, but
He's like
seriously
a bit
though,
too old. He's
you
like a
think
bit
about
too
it.
old. He's the youngest of all
Yeah.
of us. He's like, no, no, I hear you. Everybody has different goals. AI infrastructure is that. Okay, gotcha. Trust. Yeah, we can look at trust. Trust. Honestly, I was looking at this on stream in the VC yesterday. Could go either way. Got wrecked. If it holds here and has a bounce back above 20 million, which would be like a 2x from here, I could see it running back. But also, if it sinks any lower, it definitely could be cooked. So I'm definitely just holding what I've had. I took a lot of profits on the way up here on trust. I hope it, moves for the people who are holding it. But this is just another sign you got to take profits on the way up, and definitely don't go too all in or full port one coin. 'Cause you never know what could happen.
What do you guys think about virtual at this price? It just keeps pulling down. It just keeps pulling, like correcting. So I might buy in soon. This might be a good play.
Yes. Exactly. Another example of what we're saying, identifying good coins. Good traders are able to like catch stuff when momentum's going. I think like the greatest like elite traders are, whatever you want to call them, are able to like identify good stuff, but then strike when the iron's hot, like when it's less obvious, when people are fudding, all that. And I think virtual is just an amazing, obviously a great infrastructure play, like one of the true infrastructures, and like the first one too, kind of on base. So I think if you believe in virtual, you love the technology, this is when you want to be buying. I want to hear what Loco has to say, but yeah, I'm definitely probably might take my first position here in virtuals.
Yeah, I
Either
mean,
today or tomorrow, I think.
yeah, definitely a good DC opportunity. I mean, if you believe in everything they're building, just remember, every single agent, everything that they're building is going to require virtual token, right? So it's like almost like
Yeah,
a Solana type of like framework slash infrastructure, right? You're going to need the token for it to be to keep developing the agents and the technology behind it. So you definitely want to have some exposure to virtual. Yeah, good
absolutely.
idea.
Yeah, no, it's one of the few true like utility. Obviously, utility only matters if people are actually using the agent protocol, but it seems so far it's kind of like the leader. People are obviously doing their own agents, and a lot of the agents are actually doing really well with the coins. So very interesting on that. Let's see, anything else in the chat I'm missing? I don't doesn't look like
Frank asked on TikTok, crypto in for more of a big drop.
Frank.
Just in
So
general.
yeah, so Frank, I think Bitcoin, ETH, Sol, everything could see some downside in the very short term. We kind of have to see if we're going to retest the lows or if we're going to make fresh lows. But I'd say, man, over the next few weeks to a month, very likely these corrections are going to be over, and we're going to move higher in the again over the next month or two, or next few weeks, very likely.
I think
Very
what
short
people are
term,
waiting on.
very short term a mystery, but midterm and I think we're going way higher. Bro.
Yeah, 3 to 6 months. I think it's we're still very early on this bull. Like the alts haven't even really ran. I think it's mostly Bitcoin right now.
Absolutely. And Frank, like these cool offs are like the best thing that could happen. It allows leverage and everything to cool off, without things getting too hot. So great question. Rojan asks, aren't there two trust tokens? I don't know. Trust Me Bros by Virtuals. Oh yeah, that's probably might be another one. Isn't that
Yeah,
gonna
it's a smaller market cap. Yeah, they have a pretty strong cult. I've been diving into virtuals for the last month or so. But I know there's a couple of guys on CT that are very like one of them is ICO Beast. I don't know if you guys follow him. He's
yeah.
been pretty bullish on this, but I don't know. It's still a fairly small token, right? So I don't know. I haven't really built a position on this at
Yeah.
all. Volume
It's
is very low too. So
it's nice to give you some nice consolidation for like a month before entering. It seems like if you were really early on at virtuals, you could have gotten a lot of good entries on these like first ones pretty early, mid December. So yeah, interesting to see what's up with that. I haven't really touched any of the virtual agents yet or virtual itself really. So I know a lot of people are eating on that, including for Loco. What do you guys think of ALR? Let's go look at that. You guys know what that is?
No, is it good? Is it
I
ripping?
don't know. Looks like it's new. I don't know if you know what that is for Loco. This is for Loco, but uh,
no, I haven't looked into that. No.
yeah, it's like brand new. Nice little base it formed here with this consolidation. Again, anytime you're coming up on an all-time high, definitely could see some friction and very possibly a top if you're going to see one. So I always like to take a little bit of profits at the all-time highs just to lock in some gains. But either way, good chance we just continue to rip here. You want it to rip up here pretty soon and not consolidate, or else it always risks the chance it does come back down and tops out at the all-time high. So looks good right now though.
Another
Uh,
one that our boy Joni probably will be looking at is SNAI, which is also another Swarm protocol, and I think it's in a pullback right now, significant pullback when it comes to it's one of I think it reached out 100 million market cap, and I think it's back at 60. I know you guys can find it. Yeah, this one has. I heard very good things about it, but yeah, it keeps pulling back a little bit. So perhaps the bottom is not yet in.
Yeah, no, I like the corrected behavior on this too. Looks very similar to one we looked at earlier. Yeah, I think very likely runs it back again too. All very little consolidation up top, only about a 50-60% correction. I think that probably has another run. I don't know too much about this other than the chart, but I know Yoni liked it. Um, quickly. Okay, cool. Yeah, Sny looks good. Yeah. So for me personally, I've been buying Bitcoin, Fwog, Mog. Obviously SPX and Giga still good, but the other ones, Mog, obviously probably still in their correction, so probably better entries. A lot of the AI stuff we just named AI XBT, Trisig, Sny right here, all in good corrections. Where I think a lot of you guys like if no reason to overcomplicate it right now. You buy stuff that's quality during these corrective periods, take profits on the way up, and that's why you outperform most people. I think so.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
a good buying opportunity. You want to pull up Cerebro or Pengu?
yeah, we'll do both of those. Cerebro. I took a bit of profit off of Cerebro after it did turn into a 10x position when we originally called it in the channel. Let's see real quickly. Let's see. November 13th, so about 6 weeks ago. 770 million. I posted it in the channel. Started building a big position on the zero born NFTs too, which we'll go over at point 0.9. And then officially hit a 10x on this run here last week. So I did it earlier this week. So I did take some profits off of there. It has fallen due to mostly I think the music, Zero Bros music on Apple Music and what's it called, Spotify got removed due to some complication with Spotify, or I'm sorry, with SoundCloud, which arguably that's probably why a lot of people sold off. I think once they get that fixed and overall, I think Zero Bro is going to run to a billion, and I think this is just a reflection of how, like for Loco was talking about how a lot of these coins just correct so hard, and have these big pullbacks where the way I'm playing these AI stuff, even the Zero Bro, is just being more aggressive with taking profits versus a lot of these other memes. Again, any of these, same thing with meme NFTs, which these guys can tell you they were really in the NFT game. The winners of the last cycle were the flippers. The people that I knew that made millions of dollars and NFTs are people that were flippers and were a lot more in and out and more aggressive because they understand the volatility is going to be there in a new asset class. Same thing with AI agents. I think the flippers are going to be the winners. I'm still holding longer positions in stuff like Zero Bro AI XBT, but a lot of the stuff that I'm doing is just being more aggressive and taking profits on the shorter stuff. So yeah, Zero Bro, whether it be here, some consolidation, or it goes all the way back down to 285, I think it does have another run above a billion eventually.
Nice. Yeah, no, I agree. I like Cerebro here. Our boy Tire Sigma just posted about Solana. He's bullish in Solana. Yeah.
What do you say?
He's saying, well, I don't know if you can pull it up, but he just posted about it. And you can see actually the level of like analysis and thoughtfulness on his tweets. He's not just like, I mean, he might be less of an influencer, more of an actual analytics, but I really like his analysis actually,
Yeah,
which seems to be in alignment with what you mentioned about, Solana outperforming, other tokens and majors. So,
yeah, for sure. Soul strategies. You
yeah,
talked about soul strategies too earlier.
yeah,
Interesting.
it's
Okay.
pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Let's see. Zaribo, yeah, I think it will. And then Pangu. I did a write up on Pangu too a couple weeks ago. You can check that out in the channel. But um, yeah, most of these big, airdrops usually have some kind of big washout because people are getting dropped a lot of money. I think they did it a little bit differently, obviously, with distributing it amongst other collections. And then on top of that, we're seeing real bullish conditions where a lot of these other airdrops of the past were during crypto bear markets. So for me, I think this correction back towards this low was enough of a correction or a washout. I would have liked for Pengu to come out under a billion, which would have been nice to kind of accumulate a lot under a billion. 2 billion is like already a really high valuation. With that being said, whether it be from here or it comes all the way back down to 1.6, I do think Pengu in a strong bull market of at least 6 months with all the potential catalysts of the NFT bull, I think is coming. What just Luca just being such a strong operator, the meme coin bull, all these things kind of in convergence into one is gonna to bring Pengu or Pudgy Penguins Pengu up to 5, probably 10 billion. At least the 2x like Rhodes was saying, but my target I think is 10 billion and could surpass that once we see a lot of these other coins of that 10 billion kind of mark kind of that paradigm kind of broken. I think we could start to see stuff like Pengu really start to reach those high market caps. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I like Pengu here. I mean, we were just about to break 43 yesterday, 0.43 cents, and obviously the market has softened out, but it's just so strong. Obviously, we also know that abstract is coming up, right? So perhaps there's a little bit of speculation, but I do agree that long term this token had no issues getting to 10 billion market cap, which is not far from it at least. So
Absolutely. And like
One
real
thing,
quick, I want to do a reset. I'll let you guys do your reset right after I'm done for B3L. But we guys like if you guys are just coming in, maybe the last 10 or 15 minutes, definitely everybody retweet, like the stream, so we can get this out to more people. Same thing with TikTok everywhere. We appreciate you guys for being on. We're trying to kind of reach across all different avenues and different streams. So wherever you're watching us, we appreciate you for being on. We do these streams twice a week, actually, Tuesday at 1 p.m. PST, like today, and then 10 a.m. on Friday, 10 a.m. PST. We go over everything going on in crypto and Web3. It's been really exciting lately. We started in August when stuff was more quiet, when NFTs were completely dead. And now we're in a full-fledged bull market in both memes. NFTs are heating up. It's been amazing. We love doing this with you guys every week. I spend most of my time. You can follow everybody on the panel here. My Twitter there at Bren Trades, I will have access to again soon. But follow everybody on there. My boy Yoni's not here, but he usually is on. And then I spend most of my time in the Boss Man Calls Telegram channel. I post all my thoughts on the market, all analysis streams and stuff in there, as well as my partner Boss Man does a lot of meme coin stuff, really, really great stuff as well. And then the B3L guys, you wanna do
yeah, we spend most of our time on our Discord. We have a Telegram, but again, mostly Discord and Twitter. We are a group of traders, entrepreneurs, developers, marketers. really focused on trading right now, everything between stocks, bonds, crypto, NFTs, meme coins, and just bring out good plays for the team through analytics, through getting the right information from balls or whales and the like. On the longer term end, we're really building some AI agents. So we're looking for devs and special marketing teams for that. So if you're building in the AI space, AI crypto space, please give us a call. Uh,
Give you a
best place to reach
call.
us. Best place to reach us is
One
Telegram.
eight
You can call
hundred.
me on Telegram whenever you want.
B
There's my
Yeah,
numbers on there.
Yeah, thanks. He just switched his sales mode on. We have a page on our website, bridge3labs.io, where you can actually apply if you are building something in AI. That's probably the easiest. Other way to reach out is if you're part of our community. There's an NFT called B3L Beasts. So if you own it, you are able to join our Discord and see what we're building in there. So appreciate it.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I love the Discord in there. You guys definitely got to check it out. A lot of smart people in there for sure. AI. If that was it, I want to look at the chat before we continue. AI agent for yields. XMW. X Radical says XMW more for altcoin play on Ethereum. We can look at that in a second. Celeb AI would take a look at the poll. Yeah, we'll go and look at that too. A lot. What do you guys think of Eliza? If you mean the framework, I'm not a huge AI or tech guy, so I don't really have a strong opinion on the framework itself. Maybe for Loco might, but
No, I'm not a tech guy either. Do I like Eliza? Is that the question?
they said, "What do you guys think of Eliza?" I don't know if they mean the
Eliza, like AI16C, or Eliza, the token itself. Like I think it's a little bit lower, right? Yeah,
probably means the framework,
agent.
but might mean a coin too because he didn't use a ticker. Cerebros.
Eliza is a token, I think. Yeah, it's around 70 million market cap, 80 million market cap.
Okay.
So anything that gets built under A16C, I think is gonna positively affect the ELISA token. You know what I actually think would be very cool is apparently you can, obviously these are agents, right? So you can program them to do whatever. But at some point, not so far in the future, apparently you can give them an actual voice. So we can actually have an agent on our spaces. Wouldn't that be
Yeah,
cool, actually, to have
absolutely. Yeah,
Trisigma here?
You can probably
yeah. I
do
feel
that
like
right
that's
now with ChatGPT in
Yeah,
reality.
I know, but so that it would be faster and more conversational, right? Like that's what I really want to have. Is like if we invite like AIXBT or Trisigma, they would actually be willing to come on the show and actually have a conversation with us.
yeah. Or if somehow we launch our own agent, that's just like a part of the show every week. That'd be insane.
Yeah.
That'd be
Yeah.
that'd be next level. Maybe we should look into that. But
We can feed
obviously
them
it's
all
not
our
ready
YouTube
yet. But
videos as training.
yeah. Wait, what?
Just feed them all the YouTube audio as training or
Yeah,
old
for real.
YouTube
You
audio.
can just do the stream for us. No. The what was I gonna say? The what was I gonna say? Yeah, no. I think that's the next. That's like the Hasib and other people have theorized that that's kind of the next acceleration for these AI agents as they'll turn into like full fledged like social media personalities like AI influencers. Right now, it's just text bots and tweets, but they'll soon turn into videos and other forms of content. Like for Loco just touched on, I think that's kind of the next step and kind of what will accelerate this kind of stuff. But yeah, it'll be interesting. Someone asked Rojan, however you say it, Zero Bro issues with SoundCloud still. I think so, unless I missed anything. I went on the Spotify yesterday. The music's still not there.
What kind of music is it?
It's a mix of a lot of stuff. Originally, it was like rap shit. Like a lot of it sounded kind of like Juice World or like I don't know. It's like dark like trap shit. I don't know. It's and then the second album they had a little few rap songs and then a K-pop song, a uh, a Spanish song, and then some other pop shit. And then now they have like a music DAO that they're building. Where like they have this female artist too along with Zero Bro. But first time here, I'm learning a lot. Thank you. Thanks for being here, Trippin. Appreciate you, bro. I don't know where you found us, but I appreciate you being on.
Should we run some NFTs?
Yeah, let's go ahead and move on to NFTs. Um,
I think.
let me see. Just trying to think we're missing anything. We
You
should
know
be
the one that we actually missed, guys, is the
yeah.
Banks token that has been running to 100 million MLG, the gamers token.
Oh,
You
the
guys,
phase token or something? It's not
Yeah.
that one. This one I've been following, and obviously it's fucking it's incredible. I mean, like I don't even know what's going on, but I think it was started by Banks. It's like a gaming cult slash
Yeah,
the
it
new
wasn't
SPX apparently.
Is
what
it?
they
Yeah.
How
said.
is it launched? What's the?
So it wasn't started by Banks, but just recently was endorsed by him. MLG is obviously is a Major League Gaming. It used to be super relevant back in the day, with like gaming tournaments and stuff. Is it not? Is it still relevant? Did you just gasp? My bad.
No, no. I'm just. That's a
Um,
yeah. No, it's not relevant whatsoever. But yeah,
you just
I remember when it was. I remember when it was though.
Yeah, no, it was like back in the day, like COD, like back in like MW2 days and shit. Probably even before that, I don't even know, but and Halo and shit, was super relevant. So it's like kind of nostalgic for a lot of people, maybe in their late 20s, early 30s type shit. And then Banks just recently endorsed it. They're doing a lot of stuff with like gaming tournaments and like I don't know. I think there's a lot of crossover of like early 30s guys who are this is kind of a nostalgic thing who are into gaming. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on it, but it's incredible to me that it literally, if you look down here, this is market cap on my screen, not price. It was literally sat at between like 2 and 10K market cap for like 3 or 4 months. You could have, bought, but absolutely ripped. And then even in this correction from 12 to 2 million, if you would have bought at 2 million, you're up 50x in the span of 6 days. So pretty incredible. Someone asked about it. I think they did earlier, right?
Their website is so
Whoa.
funny though.
I was going to say, where are you right now, Dinks? You're not sharing your screen, but you got to get that up
Oh,
there.
sorry. Yeah, you want to see it? Hold
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you are like, actually, where's my what screen am I sharing? I'm sharing this screen. Okay.
You're good.
Oh, that's sick.
Dude,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
so
it's just
funny.
Yo,
It's so funny.
that's
he
amazing.
just he just went into the metaverse.
Yo, for real,
Dude, this is the Black Ops 1 like loading screen. Like
yeah, it's amazing. You see the whatever map that was too. I'm stupid. Nuketown, whatever. That's crazy. Minecraft, Call of Duty, GTA 5.
oh, so they're actually building something cool. Like they have
Yeah,
servers. That's cool.
yeah, they're building like a real community behind it for sure. Even before Banks, endorsed it, but obviously he just lit the fire under it. Shit. So I think that's super cool. I never saw the website. It's amazing.
Interesting. Yeah, I
Hey,
saw someone talking about it like this week or something.
yeah.
What's up, Loco?
Mike asked about AKA, AKA. I think that might be another agent. I was looking into that one.
Yeah,
Can we pull it up?
yeah.
Yeah.
Pull up my if you want to put my screen back. Let's see.
Yeah.
So Aka, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
at
Mhm.
all-time highs, beautiful. I'm not sure what this is. No signs of stopping, but as you can see here, the biggest corrections start out of nowhere. So whoever Mike I think asked about it, I would take profits on the way up, Mike. Me, I never like to top blast or chase stuff that's going straight up in the air, especially if it's brand new. So if you're not in it, I would wait for some type of correction. If you are, I would suggest taking a bit of profit. That's just kind of what I would do here. But either way, man, looks good. No signs of stopping yet. And yeah, I don't know too much else about it. I wish I could give you a better
I think it's
answer.
an agent similar to like honestly, it's another intelligent like Luna, right, on virtuals. I think it's like a little bit of an influencer play with. Oh, actually, never mind. This is part of the. It's like part of the gaming infrastructure. Have you guys seen that token that came out recently? That it was about kind of like Metaverse AI. I can't remember the ticker, but it was on all over the timeline for the last few days.
I've heard
So
like
apparently,
Metaverse
yeah,
AI.
it's like an agent for AI. It's like AI agent for gaming. That's what it is. So yeah,
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean the AI agents in gaming once they can actually like make NPCs like agents and all that stuff that makes sense. But again, I'm not a tech guy, so I don't want to talk out of my ass. But yeah, so AKA looks good. I think we do want to move on to memes, maybe hit 20, 25 minutes, however much on that. Not nothing too crazy going on this week, but you want to take it over, Rotes?
Yeah, I don't have the ability to screen share at the
No
moment,
worries.
so
I'll go ahead and pull up what's it
jump into Magic Eden if you'd like.
Yeah.
I want to jump off by just like first saying like this Pudgy rally is impressive. So they have rallied back up to 27.4 ETH, down from their highs of 35 prior to the Pengu airdrop. But of course, this abstract airdrop that is expected to be within the month. I don't know if that's, you know, it's unconfirmed. That is the latest I see on the timeline here today. And then, of course, with that abstract airdrop, does the abstract ecosystem also result in further airdrops for Pengu? But I think they've ingrained themselves enough into the culture of airdrops, et cetera, that overall there's a lot of holding power for Pengu. Of course, then they also have the game that's coming out, and I would imagine that is going to be a positive catalyst for the brand as well as Pengu token. So they're leading the way. These prices, hard to imagine. A lot of upside there. If you want to play it, you could go into the little pudgies a bit, but I mean, the strength that they're showing right now is pretty wild, and they are rallying here again today with some of this pullback. Of course, with everything, and ETH declining, 10% in the last 24 hours here, everything technically should be repriced in NFTs by about 10%. To hold their USD value. So there is a bit of value across the board on NFTs in that respect. Azuki ecosystem also up a little bit here today. Again, I know Danksy didn't buy an Azuki yet, otherwise he'd be telling us. I thought I had him convinced that was an interesting move to make, but I think they offer the most risk reward upside at the moment, given the potential for their airdrop and everything else that they have cooking on the back end for Azuki. Maybe a bit mid to long term play, right? So there's a little less urgency, but like with anything, on the crypto side of things, but also on the NFT side, even more exponential. You get these days, sometimes weeks, where you have these strong rallies, and then it's a period of consolidation or whatnot. NFTs is the exact same way, where you have these strong rally days, sometimes just hours in NFTs, and then it's pulls back, right? So if there's any kind of announcement, any kind of tease of a official token, like the announcement of the announcement of the announcement, then they will continue to take off, and I would expect that they get in a similar range, at least maybe say 25 ETH range from where they're at now, given where they're at. So on a lower side play, Beans is interesting. And then what I would look at is some of the ones that have lagged over the last 30 days. So things like Miladies, Remilios, Retardios, they're lagging a bit, a little less of the attention on them. I like them in that respect. And then, overall, the NFT market, I'm hoping for still more cool off over the next week or so. So that's what I'm looking for. So if you're looking at anything specifically, I'm still an advocate of putting out collection offers on those collections on something like Blur or OpenSea. I think that's generally the way to play it. Maybe some activity on OpenSea isn't a bad move either, with the airdrop going there. And then, OpenSea token information, anything like that's also going to be a catalyst for NFTs as it comes forward. So I think, a week, maybe 10 days of hopefully continued cool off, and then we take off in the mid January here for NFTs. So
Yeah, I agree.
Bro,
I think
have you been tracking the token, the collection that this guy, what is his name, Beanie, has been like shilling? I think it's kind of like Fonsonomics slash gaming protocol. Have you guys looked at that one? Might be on
I have,
Solana.
I see Beanie on the timeline a lot. I haven't seen him shilling one. I see his.
Can't
I
remember
see
the
his
name of it, but if you pull up his
Twitter
Twitter,
tweet
well,
always
he's
pops
like
up.
Critters Quest.
Critters, that one. Yeah,
Yeah,
yes. What, any thoughts?
I don't know anything
I
about it.
I don't know. I would have to look into it.
Is it like
Um,
another gaming one? I'm not playing a game for NFTs.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
This looks
another
like
gaming with rewards and
this
staking,
looks like
and
more of
shit.
a 2021 esque crypto game. I think and I don't know. Interesting. I never really dabbled
He's
too
just
much.
looking for extra liquidity, I think.
yeah, I mean, I don't know if I would be. I'd be looking at Beanie's like high level. I always find his high level takes pretty good. But when he's showing a project, I don't know if I'm. I think there's a little bit too much pain from 2021 from him. Um, you know, Curtis Quest looked
Wolf
interesting,
game and
but yeah,
yeah,
He like
I don't
big
it's
in
know.
Wolf
pretty
Game. I
crazy.
didn't do any of the crypto gaming stuff last night. Was he like big in Wolf Game?
Beanie nailed a lot of things, but it also was a bit of a grifter. So you could follow
Yeah,
him
he was.
into glory, but you could also be just totally wrecked by him. So, I'm still on the side of playing the true leaders from 21, 22, and then my secondary moves are playing the meme token related NFTs. And I think
Absolutely.
the two angles that make a lot of sense to me, and then from there, it's a rotation into NFT art.
Absolutely. I 100% agree with you. I think what we're going to see is a high concentration into quality, like top 10 2021 plays that are going to go crazy. I think a lot of them have a good chance of getting back to all time high. I don't know. Apes are kind of high, but already seen it with Pudgies. I think Azuki, I think VFriends, stuff like that have a good chance of getting back to all time highs. And then meme coins, and then like a high concentration in like maybe 5, 10 of those projects going back to all time highs. And then a lot of the new stuff concentrated into meme coin stuff. That's kind of my thesis, as well as I don't know if you guys saw this, Wale, or yeah, well, however you say, said can't share
Either
too much.
or.
What's up?
I say you go either or with him.
Uh,
Wale
The
or
problem
Whale.
with people posting so much shit on TikTok or on Twitter is that like half it's right, half is wrong, and you
of
don't know
course,
which is which.
you got to take it with a grain of salt. But he says can't share too much for the next 30 days. And but he, you would think by this he means like, oh, it's gonna be some bullish catalyst. But he says both good and bad. So by this thing, like my thought is like maybe some shit's gonna drop, like whatever, some NFT project, something bad, but who knows?
He's hedging both sides.
Yeah, he looks
Yeah,
like he knows
that's
there's
good and bad.
good and
Az-
bad news possibly.
Azuki's going to make an announcement and disappoint. That's your bad. And good, OpenSea finally delivers. There you go.
I don't want to make this show a
God,
gossip show
post
or
it on
something.
TikTok, Roads. Post it. We need the
Yeah,
timestamp
right.
on that one.
No, I really wanted to bring up as well that the Yugo ecosystem over the last 30 days is lagging in terms of NFT prices. So I would look for value there
Yeah.
in the entry
What
overall. So
was it Garga, or yeah, I think it was, what's this, oh yeah, right there. He was saying pretty much was like
Willie?
kind of bull
Oh,
post.
Gaga.
What was he saying, like 20, about just talking about 2025 something. But yeah, I mean, I think they have to, or else those other two are going to pass them up. I think, again, for me, my thesis and why I bought a mutant and a few lands and other deeds and whatever is, I think, like, once a good operator, like, you can't really count them out. If they've been a good operator at one point, and are able to, again, build those partnerships, announcements, all that, I wouldn't count them out that they can do it again, especially during the bull market, bullish conditions. For me, again, my bets again are on meme coin NFTs. I think are just going to run just off the strength of meme coins. But as far as the 2021 stuff, I've been buying strictly stuff that I think has great operators, people that I want to support, and who I think, again, long term, in 5-10 years from now, the only thing that's going to survive NFT wise are projects that have a really strong operator behind them, who can push the IP and make people actually give a fuck about the actual IP.
yeah.
And that's why Luca Nets. That's the only reason Pudgies is where it's at. Like, obviously, Pudgies are cute. Everybody loves the actual art. Only reason it's at where it's at is because Luca's such a fucking
He's a
G.
beast. Yeah.
And that's why 100% my vast majority, I have 300 NFTs like sitting in here, whatever, 258, 150 of them are VFriends NFTs for that reason. Because I
Where's the
think you're,
Penguins?
what'd you say?
I said, where's the Penguins?
I don't know. I should probably have bought some Lil Pudgies or whatever. But again, instead of buying a penguin, I bought a bunch of meme coin NFTs. But yeah, right now, so far, maybe that wasn't a great bet, but I think long term it'll check out. But yeah, the finish what I was going to say, I think the reason, that penguins are going to do so well, any of these projects are the operator. Hence why I bought so much VFriends NFTs. I have fucking like 150 of these Series 2, 10 Series 1 now. That's another one where if, maybe you're looking for some value, something that's lagging behind other 2021 projects with VFriends sitting at 1.5 ETH floor. Just being in there every day, just looking at what Gary Vee said in the past about his vision for VFriends and in 2025 in general, specifically in the Discord, he said like 2025. I think he's really good at timing, and with TikTok and everything, he's been super early on. I think he's known that 2025 was likely going to be the year of the second NFT bull. And for that reason, I think a lot of stuff's cooking, and these are a few announcements away from being back at 10 ETH. Eventually, I think they're going to get a token as well. But yeah, VFriends, something definitely good to look at. Overall, just good operators, and then the meme coin NFT stuff, like you guys were saying. We didn't touch on AI16Z partners yet ripping. Um, my boy Max had to actually tell me, I didn't even see they were ripping uh,
Mhm.
up to 9 ETH, or 9 ETH. That would have been nice. 9 Sol um, over the weekend or yesterday. To me, I think this is again just like one of the first that with Zero Born, just the first proof of concept that these meme coin NFTs are going to absolutely rip. Obviously, this is driven by AI16Z ripping the 2.5 billion, but I think this is just the start of this narrative. I think we're going to see Zero Born rip to maybe 10 to 20 Sol, and a lot of these others. Um, but yeah,
I listened to an interesting conversation where the talk was that it's going to be the AI agents that end up buying our NFT bags,
hmm
because they're out
Making the
here
profile
uh,
pic.
trading their meme tokens and accumulating wealth that way, and then they get attached to these NFT collections because we're telling them to do so, and then they end up buying a lot of NFT collections, or a lot of a collection, etc.
for
I
sure.
found that quite funny. I don't know if I necessarily agree or believe it, but AI XBT had to be gifted one. Went back to his original PFP. Changing your PFP, I think, is a little rough on the timeline. I think the more consistent you are, the better your brand is. So I wouldn't rely on that, is what I'm saying. But I do like the fact that these NFTs that are related to a meme coin can really help kind of brand and grow the meme as well. And the more successful the meme is, the more successful the NFT collection is.
Absolutely.
Bren,
And if
can I
the
convince you to
go
buy
ahead.
a Azuki on a loan? 2 Azukis on loans for the next month. Swing trade.
Are you guys like freaking negotiating a deal live on stream here? What are we doing?
No, we were talking about this
Yeah,
yesterday, and I didn't
yeah.
pull the
I'm
trigger.
just fucking with you. But yeah,
I,
I mean,
I the timeline on it makes it a little bit more, because we don't have a defined timeline for Azuki. Um, but you can hold that loan as long as you want, though, too, right? So as long as you negotiate a good low rates, I mean, you have to put more down. So what we're talking about here, Brand, is that on Blur, you can go ahead and do buy now, pay later, and with that, you could put down a fraction of what the cost is of
I
the
think
NFT.
it's
So
like half. It's like 6 ETH. I think is like for the minimum, for the lowest APY
to
loan.
get the low, yeah. If you wanted to put down a minimum amount, you could, and pay a lot of interest on it, you could do that. I mean, a very advantageous play if a pump is incoming. But when you're not so certain about that, then you want to get a low APY, and then you can accumulate. You can double your exposure. It's like a leverage bet on the collection, and so you can end up with two NFTs for the price of one, with a very low APY on it. And then, if the announcement comes out, then you're getting twice the return on it. So it is a very interesting play, especially with something like Azuki. I always hesitate to leverage anything. I'm much more conservative on my projections as well as my bets. But I think this one is certainly intriguing.
for sure. Well, let me go back to
Back to the safety of Magic Eden.
I was going to say, he's running away from Blur and this whole idea of leverage.
jeez. But yeah, AI16Z partners going crazy. I took a few off the board here. I have about 10, and then I sold 2 or 3 just to take some profits. But I think very likely probably run higher. I think what I was going to say is if a lot of them are going to run just off the strength of the coin, but if the project at all adds any type of utility or talks about the
Mhm.
actual NFT, like that's also bullish. And I think Zero Born probably good buy here too.
We chat about this on Friday, right?
Yeah, the partners.
Yeah, and
Yeah, yeah,
it
for sure.
wasn't like an official collection, so but it still
That's what
ran.
a lot of people are fudding. Yeah, I mean, it was started by a guy who's a partner like at AI16Z, and I think he works for them. He probably got some type of clearance. Obviously, they might not be talking about it themselves, like the fund, but I think it is like kind of an official, as official as you're gonna get, right? Besides, other than like AI16Z like tweeting about it. I think it kind of is. I think Shaw's kind of talked about it as well. Like I think a little bit. So I don't know. They run the 10 Sol, so it's kind of looked at as the official one at least right now.
It gets more and more official the higher it goes.
100%.
Yeah,
It's like how
absolutely.
sappy seals are super cute at very high prices and not so cute.
Mhm.
Yeah, right now they're kind of mid.
What are they at right now? Like 1.5?
1-3.
Damn.
1-3. They're lagging the rally that Penguins are on right now, but they are holding better than they have in the past. As we showed, that chart is just a wild chart.
Damn, they were all the way down at 0.3.
Yeah, it's like the classic moon and then nothing.
Moon dump.
Um,
Yeah, but I feel like you'd be very good at trading NFTs, Bren, with the corrective consolidation type plays. It's all corrective consolidation.
yeah, for sure. I think I have my like long term, like not long term, but kind of swing trade bets in now. But I think I'm gonna start like on corrections on mutants or whatever. For example, like buy on those corrections and then like sell on the way up, kind of more flipping. I've just been focused on accumulating more like stuff I'm gonna hold more. But yeah, you're right. I probably should take advantage of that.
Because like it's because for NFTs it's really like once there's like a big sweep, that's that like pump, and then
Yeah.
you sell into that. But normally it's just a slow bleed, which is that corrective consolidation.
Yeah, for sure. No, you're right. I've thought about doing that now that I've kind of have my bags packed. I should probably do more of that.
You're going to want to look at collections that run higher volume when you're doing that, right? So your top one collections are really good for those kind of trades.
For sure, and that's like
a better way to do that than a blur loan or blend loan on two Azukis.
how does that work?
It's a peer-to-peer loan with an established APR. If someone calls it, then someone else can pick it up. If not, then you have kind of 24 hours to.
How do you check if they call it? They send you an email or something?
I think so. That's another scary side of it for me. I've done a couple loans on the early days, and I was quick to get in and then get out. I only held them for a couple of days. I didn't want to ever run it more than that. But yeah, most stay pretty stable.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like if I'm like not on my computer for like a day or two, I'd be so worried.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. Especially the short-term loans. This is another one that you probably could buy pretty cheap that I think will run is like Wonky Stonks with Kaleo on Twitter. Super like guy's been in the game for a while, super influential. When he talked about he wants to take Wonky Stonks to the top 10 market cap of all of NFTs, which would be like a 2 or 3 ETH market cap. And even if he doesn't reach there, it's like he's just showing he's a strong operator with a ton of followers, like 300 or 400K, 500K followers, whatever.
He's got to memify them more.
Yeah, he's got to what?
He's got to memify them more if he's getting them that high.
For sure. And I mean, he's shown he got in partnerships with like Abstract. Like if you were to hold a Wonky Stonks, you got a Pengu airdrop alone. So stuff like that. He's a very strong operator, at least potentially could be a very strong operator. So I have 10 of these.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm done.
I was going to say another one to bring up is Project Deerson.
Project
JIR, just JIRA. No project. I don't think the project's in the name, just Deerson. But it goes by Project Deerson. JIRA.
Oh, JIR. There you go.
On ETH, yeah.
Oh shit.
So this one's getting some labels as the most undervalued project in the NFT space. So a quality team. I think the art's interesting. They're building a lot in the back end, and overall at this kind of price range, I think they're
That's kind of nice. I don't know.
Like,
Gives me Giga Chad vibes.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Giga Chad vibes. There was one that was near the floor, or there's this lightning bolt one. There's another one that like this fire hair gold jacket. If you go down, just scroll, look for that. Yeah, that one there.
Oh, that's clean.
Right? Like that is really good. But yeah, they got. I don't know a lot about Jerson. I've obviously heard about them a reasonable amount in the past, but there was a quality thread surveying 12 NFT influencers, and Jerson came out with 4 votes. No one else came out with more than 1. as the most undervalued project. So I just thought I'd mention it. I think it's interesting. I do think that, like you said, that the Giga Chat kind of vibes, etc. I think they have like a bit of an analytics platform and a little bit more going on for them in the back end, but I'd have to like look it out. And then they also do some like regular like skin art drop kind of things where you can, change your
that one's sick.
that kind of
No,
stuff.
no, not that one. Go back.
That one is pretty sick.
The one to go down. That one, yeah.
Oh, what? Gold one?
Damn.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Nice.
So they PFP really nice, especially at this price.
This shit's nice too.
He'll PFP better at 3 though. For sure.
They always do. Damn. This guy looks like the Hulk, low-key. He looks like a dinosaur Hulk. I don't know.
Wait, there's another sick one underneath that one once this loads. That one.
This
the
is the
fire
magic of NFTs, right? Oh, that one is super sick. Is it like that? Definitely looks like Hulk.
with the lightning.
His hair looks like Hulk too. Doesn't that look like the old school Hulk's hair? Like
Yeah.
what's it? Blue
Wait,
free?
go out.
Yeah.
That one. 3. Go down. This one. 3410 at 9.999.
Damn. Bro's got the beard too. That's sick. That is nice.
I'm a cop one.
What's he doing though?
He's chilling.
Doing a number of things. He's sleeping, taking a shit.
Yeah, there's some sweet Jerasans out there for sure.
Dude, their website is Jirasan Stay Respected.
Damn.
I watched their timeline and watched some of there's like for special events. So they did like a Magic Eden hat or hoodie or whatever you could dress your Jirasan in and stuff like that. Just like different things like that. Things that you used to see D-Gods and Utes do, right? Art-wise,
Yeah.
quality. And it doesn't take a lot beyond just the utility of the PFP to be super sick. But yeah, the stuff is, I'm here for what they're doing, and definitely going to look into more. I was first time in a while where I looked at it in a collection because, like I said, I hadn't looked at it in this detail. And as I'm looking through it, I'm like, man, I really want to get one of these, just based on some of the art alone.
Nice.
Like I like that gold jacket, fire hair near the floor. I think that one's just a super clean one to
It's
grab.
like from 0.86 to like 1 ETH is like what, $400, $500, and you get so many nice ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't even know what are the like really good ones look like.
I started buying these book games because I already have a fuck ton of the series 2 V Friends. And like there's this the most hyped up, like most coveted ones of all the book games are like this Paper Hands Pony and then this Koala 2025, which he's talked about like in the past, where there's gonna be like this huge utility. Nobody knows what it is yet. So I just bought this for fucking 0.8 ETH. What is that, like $3,000? We'll see if that's fucking worth it, if it's something crazy, or if not. But either way, yeah, I've been accumulating these book games. I want like 100 or 200 of them. I do think, yeah,
My
I think this is super. I have super innovative. I think what he's doing with these, with the whole burning and stuff that's still going on, is going to look at as like really innovative, like 10 years from now. But anyways, what you're saying?
I was going to say my daughter has gotten into drawing a lot lately, and she's coming out with some quality Gary V type art.
Yep.
So
That's right up there with his.
Definitely could have come up with my own Rhodes' daughter NFT collection here.
Yeah. No, it's about the original sketches, baby.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I hear you.
I mean, I vibe with it. I think it's great. I think it's a nice change from the polish and everything else. And I like that what he's doing with it, trading card and all that kind of stuff. So like, I'm definitely not, saying that it's bad. I actually quite vibe with it.
But yeah, the koala.
It's very honest.
Yeah,
Pretty
for sure.
honest.
It just all comes down to if people
Rustic.
give a fuck about V Friends in 5 years or 10 years, and if they do, like the original sketches by him, I think is like a cool look.
It's
and
like
if they
buying
don't-
the Picasso original sketches.
yeah, shit like that. Yeah, exactly. It's like, but yeah, 2025. If you look in the Discord of all like the shit he said in 2025, he's like, kind of like, oh yeah, 20. I don't even like see VeeFriends as like serious until 2025. I think he's really big on timing, like the master of timing, and he kind of knew as 2025 is going to be like the second year, the second NFT bull run, and kind of where he can really go in crazy. So yeah, I think VeeFriends overall is super undervalued, and these book games are like $100 right now, so still pretty cheap. Jerison though looks fucking crazy.
Go to
I'm
filter
looking at
by
ooh,
sort by
6194.
Where is that? 6194.
Or, or yeah, filtered by price even. Like there's
Damn.
that's sick.
yeah.
What the
Um,
fuck?
If you filter by rarity, like some of them are just like playing cards. I'm so confused what it is.
Common.
On Jerison? Oh yeah, some
Like
of
if
those
you
ones.
like if you
Yeah,
do
I've
if you
seen
go to
some.
price, that price high to low thing,
Maybe it's unrevealed, or maybe it's a custom.
go to price high to
Set
low
some,
and do by rarity. Yeah.
or just look at price to high to low.
What?
There's some
I have
sick
different
ones.
ones than yours for some reason.
Maybe because I'm on common. Do I exit out of the common?
Maybe X out of common. Yeah.
Yeah. What the hell?
What the hell is this?
Yeah, I don't know. Got some Jerison learning to do.
Is it like
Yeah, no clue.
unrevealed shit? You have to like, I don't know.
But like it's been out for years, right?
Yeah, it's been out for a while.
It's probably some type of pass to some type of exclusive shit. I don't know. That's what it looks like to me.
Honestly, look
Now,
at
bring up
look at
7514.
5250.
What? Which one first?
5250.
5250.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like the hoodie.
That's sick.
Damn, even like the inside of the hoodie with that rain, like that looks clean.
Yeah, they have some nice hoodies in the collection. 7514. This one's not even a rare.
Ooh, I like that.
Like that's a 1000. Like it's not even rare. It's just super
It's
clean.
just sick.
The
Yeah.
Ethereum shirt.
Glasses with the yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like-
I'm gonna be looking and researching this one. It's captured my attention. Like I said, it's labeled as the most slept on NFT collection.
When did
Whatever
it,
that means. Does it say in the bio?
Let me go back. Sorry.
Which one? It's all about
doesn't.
finding which one you resonate with, though.
Let's
Honestly.
see if we can go to their NFT or 2024. Oh, that's not it.
No, that's redacted coin.
Bring me there.
On their X. Jerison, May 2024.
Dang. So are they involved with the redacted coin? They must have started the redacted coin too, or something. But
What is PG Group ecosystem?
so obviously it's like a access to like an alpha group type shit too. Kind of that's how all NFTs are. It's a Discord. Too.
Yeah, Alpha Group, some kind of trading platform.
I feel like that's really going to be a big thing, like in crypto or like in NFTs. More so as a lot of like mainstream people creating like NFT membership things, where in like the traditional world, in sports betting and like trading, stock options tradings, like instead of just doing this like $50 a month membership in a Discord, a lot of people are going to start NFTs. Kind of how you guys are doing, like kind of pioneering and like Wumbo
Yeah, I mean,
Lab.
it's mostly a community, right? It's like having a group of people coming together that's consistent and like share the same values is really important.
Absolutely. I think like instead of a lot of these people doing like the monthly memberships to sell like a stock option like calls group or whatever, like a lot of people are doing, they're gonna like probably start an NFT type of thing too, which you could still do a monthly thing on that too. But yeah, I think you guys are real early on like the whole membership NFT thing, which is super sick. Ticker Bitcoin is the end game. Yeah, brother. We already went over that earlier, but 100%, I think under 200 million is just crazy entry right now. You're gonna want to Spreado Gremlin. I 100% agree. That's what I've been saying on these streams for a while. Spreados are going to be up there again with the top NFTs in floor price. I know it sounds crazy now, but again, meme coins are just like the most dominant thing in crypto. Once this meta really catches on, as memes really go up on this next run, as NFTs start to heat up, I think 100% agree with life is a meme.eth. 100%. I couldn't agree more. Life is
Not dot BTC.
a meme. Duddy.
MLG already up 30% since we talked about it.
Fuck yeah.
Wow.
Supple Up says I bought the AI16Z NFT right now or earlier. Either way, nice.
Could be. It's the move. My looses have not moved.
Hold steady, bruh. That what does it say on it?
For $100, I can hold steady. That's my risk tolerance.
Yeah. Damn. His Sporto's clean. I like that. Life is a meme. Let's see. Okay. With the laser eyes too? Like the Bitcoin laser eyes, that's clean. I've never seen that. What the fuck? It's like the Bitcoin version of laser eyes with the ticker Bitcoin version. I fuck with that. Next time I throw a Sproto on my PFP, I'm gonna need that. You need to make that for me. Life is a meme. It's kind of hard. Anyway, let's get off at 3. We've been on for 2 hours here. 770 viewers. Love to see that. Again, just to reiterate what I'm saying, I think right now, if you have dry powder, I would not try to overcomplicate stuff. Right now is just like there's so many good coins in good corrections. Again, for me, I've been buying ticker Bitcoin, which I was just talking about, lock in, FWOG, really big one, MOG, even Giga and SPX, which have been a big cook so far this month on the stream. All of those, again, are already in great corrections. You just buy those, hold, wait out this corrective period, which could be a week, could be 3 days, could be another month. If you're able to do that, you're going to do very well heading into what I think is going to be a very strong period in 2025. And biggest thing is we really haven't seen any normies come in too much. We got a small taste of it in early December, late November, but I don't think we've seen anything yet. So, yep, hold steady. I think just buy the good stuff and enjoy the good vibes heading into the later this year. What do you guys think? Any closing thoughts before we do a quick reset and then head out?
No. Did Yoni get his pawn NFT? I think he did, right?
Yes, he did. Yoni did get the Popcat
The Popcat one's
NFT. We didn't talk about it too much right now. There is a lot of people, a lot of ones going for 100 sold. Do I even have it open anymore?
And that number 100 sold for 100 on Tensor.
Did it?
Mhm.
This?
No,
Oh, 100.
no, that kind of robot samurai looking thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, because my boy Max was looking to buy the second one, and I guess it got sold on Tensor right before.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yep, nice. But yeah, so a couple under here. This one obviously at 79. Gross looking to me, but
That one looks so ugly. I don't even know what that is.
it's like a monkey with a crazy shirt. But yeah, I mean, I still expect FWOG's going to bottom out here no matter what happens, and these FWOG NFTs are going to rip. Again, in line with this NFT meme thesis. How high do they go? I think it's possible, if FWOG does get to the multiple billions, that maybe goes to 500 to 1,000 SOL. I think that's kind of what we talked about at the number in this stream. But I mean, it's gone just in line with Rhodes has been saying that, we'd probably come home 200, around 100, get a bunch of sales around there, and then kind of just wait for that FWOG move up. What do you think, Rhodes? Anything else?
No, nothing else for me.
Yeah. Kind of just waiting on this. Did Yoni get? Oh, somebody asked that. Yeah, Yoni did get his Pawn NFT. Rojan, thanks for asking. Freddie Rokes says, "What's up, Bren? What's up, Freddie? Thanks for being here, brother." Yeah, so just to close it out, I'll let these guys do a quick reset on their stuff too. But just overall on the stream, I appreciate you guys so much for coming on. We love doing this show. We've been doing it since, I don't know, July or August now. See the growth and how it's become more interactive. And we're just getting started here. We're going to start doing face cams, all that good stuff here. Probably towards by the end of the month. So look out for that. More guests, a lot of cool stuff. Definitely follow everybody on the panel in the Bridge3Labs account, which we're doing the account streams on now. Eventually, we'll probably move over to my channel, but for now, follow everybody on the streams. Check out what they're doing, which I'll let them explain in a second. I spend a lot of my time in the Boss Man Calls Telegram, which I run /own with my business partner, Boss Man. We've been working together, I don't know, since December of last year. Grown from, I think, around 300 members to around like 35K now. I think that's a testament to not just the trade ideas and people making money, but we really put a lot of emphasis on like these streams and education and different stuff I post my 8 or 9 years in crypto and in trading. So definitely go check that out. Follow everybody on the channel, and then I'll let these guys do a quick overview of what they got going on.
Thanks, Bren. Yeah, looking forward to a great 2025 streaming. We're on Twitter, which most of the people are watching us from, and then the Bridge3Labs YouTube channel, and also TikTok. So make sure to follow us on there as well. We read all your comments, so make sure to like, retweet, post your tickers you want us to look at, NFTs, meme coins, all that stuff. Rotes and I and Furloco come from Bridge3Labs. Similar trading, alpha calls, both on the stocks and crypto and meme coin stuff. But right now, like I said before, we're looking for some good devs for the AI agent stuff. We don't want to use virtuals. We're going to try to build some cutting edge stuff on the AI side. So make sure to message us on Twitter or fill out the form listed on our Twitter page to get in contact. But appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday or on Friday.
Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate you guys, and love you. See you guys soon.
Thanks, everyone. Cheers.
Peace.
Bye.
All right. Take care.